Hi, I'm Wanda with Jimmy Branch Homestead, and today's video is going to include an overview of the Nuture Right 360 Incubator and application. I actually just hatched my first batch of chicks using this incubator, and so I will provide some feedback on that as well. And you'll also get to see a good bit of footage on the hatching of the eggs. So very exciting times for us. Okay, so first of all, this is how it comes packaged. So it is packaged very, very well. And this is the incubator itself. As I mentioned, I just finished using it. And so once you use it, you need to take off the gray tray inside and the egg turner, wash them very well. The bottom is not submersible because it has electrical components in it as well as the top. So you need to wipe them down with sanitizer wipes of some kind. Once you clean it, it needs to run for a full 24 hours, and it's been almost 24 hours to completely dry inside all the components. One thing I really like about this is, well, actually several things. First of all, it's an automatic egg turner. This plug here controls the egg turner, and all these plugs are included when you purchase it. And it automatically stops turning 3 days before the hatch date. So then you would want to take out the egg turner before they start hatching, or right as they're starting to hatch, so that the chickens can get out of the eggs much easier. Especially when you have running a full incubator as I did this time. You know, it was pretty crowded in there. Another feature is the candler. So you just push this light and that button, and the light comes on. You set the egg on top here, and you can candle your eggs. When you first turn it on, it will automatically start countdown at 21 days, which is the duration for baby chickens. If you're doing ducklings or geese, you'll have to look up, I think it's 28 days for ducks, but I could be wrong. And close to the same, maybe a little bit longer, 35 or something like that for geese. But you will need to look that up because I'm not sure. I don't have any ducks or geese at this time. So when you push the menu, it will show you how many days to hatch. And again, when you first turn this on, it will say 21 automatically. You can update it up or down. To reset the factory setting, we just hit the menu and hold it for 5 seconds. And now when you push it, it's set at 21 days. At this point, if you needed to increase, for different types of eggs, or decrease, I don't know if quail eggs are faster or not, but that's how you do that. So very simple operation. Another nice feature of this incubator is for the humidity control. Until the last 3 days, you fill this up with water, and it goes underneath the tray. But everything is external, very easy. I like to use a spray bottle for ease and just spray it in there. I'm not going to do so now because I'm getting ready to shut it off and put it up. And then the last 3 days, you would take this cap off of port B here and also fill it up. So you want to keep them both filled up. And the instructions were laid out very well. I'm very pleased with them. As I am a first-time user, I've never used an incubator before, and it was simple for me. The instructions are very detailed with pictures, so I love that. Very well written. Very good graphics. It tells you how to do everything. So kudos on that. They did it right. It does hold 22 eggs. It might be less if you had to put geese in there or ducks in there and kind of separate. So this green number here, this is what your humidity control is at. When you're using it, you will keep it around 50. And again, that's just adding water to the support here. In the last 3 days, when you take off this red cap and use it too, you'll want to keep it at approximately 70%. So keeping these both full will help to achieve that. In addition, this is the air vent here. When you first start, you would start with it like a quarter to half open. And then you'll open then close this to help maintain the right humidity based on the water and this here. And then the last 3 days, you will make sure this vent is completely wide open. So without further ado, let's get into the hatching of the eggs. I have eggs in the incubator and the first one is pipping. So I could see the little hole in the egg there, and every once in a while I see a little movement where they're trying to get out, trying to make the hole. And I'll look real quick and see if I see any others. I think that's the only one so far. I just heard a chirp. Must be from that one. Oh, this one's trying to start too. Can't see that one too good on film. It's kind of glaring on the glass. Yay, I'm so excited. I will check back soon. Okay, so it is 3 hours later, and this one finally got a chip off of it. I can sometimes see movement in there. Oh, see? He's a-trying. And this is the second one that pipped right next to it. Oh, the one right next to the left of it just rolled. It moved. That one. But there's no pipping going on that I can see yet. Oh. But it did move. And I found two in the middle. Shoot, I don't know if I can see him. There you can see one of them. Oh, looks, and one behind it. And that one. Okay, so it looks like I got 3 pipping in the middle now. How exciting! And I can hear this one chirping. But he still hasn't managed to get it through. You cannot help them because it will kill them. You just have to wait for them to, you know, get enough strength and get out themselves. This one, right next door to it, it's really starting to break now too. So anytime he'll have some chips off of him. Okay, the first one is out. So this entire incubator is full of Easter egg or chicks. So all the eggs are greens and blue shades. I don't want to really take his eggshell out yet because I can see there's lots of yolk in it, and that's what they eat in the beginning. So he unfortunately doesn't have a whole lot of room to move around in there. And this is the first one. He's still kind of taking his time working at it. Again, we don't want to help him because They need that to survive. Feathers to start with. Once he is completely dry, I'll take him out and put him in the brooder that I'm preparing here. So we have a cat, so that's the reason I need the wire on top, just to make sure if she sneaks in here, she can't get to him. So I still need to get water in the little watering bins, but I already have food in the food tray. Just getting set up for these chicks. This will be a temporary brooder, only for a few days. I have a full-size brooder outside in a brooder shed. And I'll take you along as we go on the journey. Smile, you're on candid camera. Look over here, chick chick. I have three more that have pipped in the center, and this one, so I know that at least 4 more are on their way. And this one here, next to the one that's pipped, has really been wobbling. Okay, the first chick is dried and put into the temporary brooder under a heat lamp. All worn out from all that work. And the second one has hatched. The green one right next to him here, and this one had been wobbling quite a bit, but they haven't pipped yet. That one's getting a pretty good hole in it now that had been pipped. And now they rolled some around so you can't really see the others too good. So it is 11 o'clock at night. Remember, we started about noon today, and the third chick has hatched out and is drying off. So this just happened within the last hour because I had checked. And it looks like that one that's pipped on this side is starting to work at it pretty good now. So probably when we get up in the morning, there'll be at least one more. Can't tell if others are pipping too. I'm thinking we'll have at least one more. Oh, I can't tell. That one looks like it's pipping too now. The one to the left of that. Yeah, on top. So we might have a couple more. 2 or 3 more when we get up in the morning. We'll just have to check and see. If I wake up in the middle of the night, I'll come check on them too. We're going to leave this chick in here because it's still pretty wet. If I get up in the middle of the night, I might put it in with the other 2. But I want to make sure it's pretty dry before I do. Okay, it is 8:15 the next morning, and we now have 5 appearing to be healthy chicks hatched total, and it looks like we have at least 4 more pipping. So here's one. Let's see, there's one, but I can't see if I can. The dirty one looks like it's pipping. And there's one back in there, but I don't think you can see it. It's like in the middle. Some more chicks today. It is 10:30 a.m. on day 2, and we have another chick hatched. It's still pretty wet, so I'm going to leave it in there till he dries. And I believe when I come back, I might have more hatched because these holes are getting bigger on these 3. I'll go ahead and try and get the eggshell out. I need to make sure it's completely separated from the chick. It looks like it is. So all 4 of these right here along the edge are already pipped. This one is too. It's down here. And there's one in the middle, which I don't know if you can see. There, I think you can. That one right there in the middle is also pipped. So I am using the Nuture Right 360. I've done a lot of research, and it's one of the top incubators. This is the first time I have incubated eggs, and it seems to be successful. So I am very excited about it. It's best to use eggs that have, first of all, you can't refrigerate them, and they need to be less than a week old since they were laid. These first 12, I numbered them on top, were eggs from my chickens, and they were 3 days or less old. And then the second 10 were that days. I started mine in the morning and the others that night, so that's why they're going to be a little bit later. But I need to go outside and help my husband with a project. We'll check back on these in a bit. So the thing I love about this incubator is the fact that everything's pretty much automatic. So it does the automatic temperature unless you change it. It does automatically to 21 days for chicks. You can change it, so if you want to hatch out ducks or turkey eggs that take longer. And the humidity is the only thing I need to somewhat control, and that's by adding water to these trays down here. So I now have, these 4 have holes in them. This one's down lower. And there's one in the middle that has a hole in it. Not sure if you can see that. I think you can. And I just noticed there's one pipped here. This one is pipped kind of on the side here. And this one over here is pipped on this side, which you can't really see, but it's over there. Let's see if I can get it over there where you can see it. Hopefully you can now. In this corner over here. The automatic egg turner is nice because I don't have to mess with that. And just the last 3 days before hatching, you just remove the tray. It automatically stops the spinning cycle or turning cycle for the last 3 days so that the eggs are stationary. Of course, when one hatches and they're kicking around, it does move them a little bit. When another hatches, I'll probably take that one out. I just want to make sure he's getting his legs moving before I put him in the tub with the others. So that is chick number 6. And then here are 4 more. Getting close. So I'll check back in a bit. Again, it's 11:30 right now, day 2. Okay, so we come in just in time to see this one pop the end of his eggshell and is trying to get out. And this is an egg from Lucy. one of our Easter eggers. I can tell her eggs because they're more green and longer than the other eggs. Here it comes. And they are so tired right after they're hatched because it's so much work for them to get out of the eggshell. Come here, baby, you can do it. Of course, it's got eggs up close to it too. There he's coming. And he's out. I'll reach in there and get that eggshell out of the way in a minute. Unfortunately, he did knock some of those other eggs that are ready to hatch too. I'm going to reach in there and get that shell out of the way since there's other eggs to hatch right next to him. Okay, so we have several pipped now. This one's going to be hatching pretty soon probably. It's got a pretty good size hole. And the other one right behind it is ready too. And then that one's got a hole in it. There's one in the middle that's cracking now. Isn't just pipped, it's trying to get the spot off the shell. Not sure if you can see that. And the one right over here by where the chick went now, right in front of him, is pipped. Quit moving them around. And that last one over here is pipped. I really don't want to take him out yet because he's still pretty wet. I want him to just kind of be able to rest there and dry off before I put him in with the others. Hopefully he'll quit moving around so much and lay down and go to sleep. Okay, so it is almost 12:30 now, and that's where we are. So I'll come back shortly. Okay, it is now 2:20 p.m. on the second day, and this one is cracked severely, so it's about ready to hatch, as is this one. And this one is growing as well. So, and this one, the second one in, is pipped. This one, number 17, I don't know if you can see the number, is pipped. This one is pipped. I can't tell on this one, and the last one over here is pipped. It looks about the same as it did earlier, I think. So very soon we should have 2 or 3 more. We'll check back shortly. Okay. Okay, here comes 15 out of his shell. I mean the egg 15 when I say 15. It is the number 8 to hatch. And this one's rolling around trying to get cracked too. His is pretty well cracked, and this one was rolling around too. So it shouldn't be long for them. After he's completely out of his shell, I can take the shell out of the way, but I do not want to grab it in case the umbilical cord is still attached. Let nature take its course. You're not supposed to help them out of the eggs that can kill them. They have to do it themselves on their own time. Oh, that one's rolling again. So hopefully these 3 are going to be, oops, see that one's rolling again. There, he jumped out of his shell. Oh, his head's stuck in the thing. Oh dear, I might have to help him get the eggshell off his head. And there is the chick that just hatched. He wiggled his way to the other side. He's very wet, so he's going to stay in there a while. Hopefully he doesn't bother the other ones that are pipping too much. This one was rolling again and shaking. Looks like he's about ready to break out, both of these two. So when these hatch out, that will be 9 and 10 hatched. Not the numbers on the eggs, just how many I have hatched. So the one that just hatched was 8. This, I can't remember if I said it earlier, but this particular incubator holds 22 eggs. So I currently only have 4 hens in my Easter egger flock, and I'm looking to grow the flock. So they will need to be in the brooder for quite a while, and then I'll need to put them in a grow out cage or coop for them until they're big enough to put in with the others. If I put them in when they're juvenile, the others will kill them. There's our little fella. He or she. I won't be able to tell what sex they are for a while. Hopefully I have mostly hens. That's what I'm looking for. Right there. It's starting to crack more. Hopefully you can see that. This one's real good. See, that's the only thing when you got a hatched one in there, they're rolling them around. Hopefully you have some friends there in a minute. Do you hear my voice? You're coming to me, huh? You hear my voice? Yeah? I'm your chick mama, huh? Again, this is the first time that I've ever incubated eggs, so I'm so excited that it's working so well. When you incubate, you do want fresh eggs. They say up to a week, but I feel more confident using eggs that are no more than 4 or 5 days old. I collected eggs for 4 days, which gave me 12 total from my 4 hens. And because some days I'd only have 2 or 3 laid, and other days I'd have 4. And then I bought 10 from a friend. Ooh. He's still hauling his umbilical cord around, looks like. I guess it'll just dry up and fall off, hopefully. I'm just gonna leave him in there and leave him alone. Yeah, they can't walk when they're first born. Gotta get their bearings and get their legs. A lot of times they'll just get out of their egg and then just sleep because they're so tired with so much work. Man, these two are close. I'll check back shortly. Okay, looks like this one's trying to come out of its shell. It's got it cracked pretty much all the way around. Let's see if you can see it on the other side. I can't tell if you can or not. But that chick wants to stay right up against those two that are hatching. And this one's really trying to push out too. But this one should be out any time. Come on, baby chick, you can do it. Push it out. Be easier if that other one quit running into you probably, but... Come on, baby. You can do it. You can do it. Just about all the way out. I'm tired out. Shh. he's out. I can't tell if he's still attached to the eggshell. Nope. So I'll get that one out of there here shortly. He's just trying to regain his strength. He's very wet, he or she. But now they got a couple. I'm going to leave them in there for right now, so they're not alone. They're just too weak and too wet to put them with the others yet. Okay. Let me get that empty shell out of the way, and we should have another one shortly because it was trying to break it pretty much around. Okay, it looks like the other one's trying to come just about right behind it. If the new ones would quit pushing on an egg so we can get out. I guess they can sense each other and want to be close to the ones coming out. Come on, baby, you can do it. Come on. That's number 11. That's one of my eggs from my farm too. The first 12 again were from my farm, and the last 10, so numbers 13 through 22 I purchased from my friend. And the ones that I had, 1 through 12, were actually in the incubator the morning of the day, and then the other 10 were put in there that night. So I'm pretty sure that's why they're hatching a little bit sooner. Come on, baby. Come on, baby bird. Come on, baby. I know you're tired. Come on out and then you can rest and dry off. Gonna cuddle up to the egg. So those are the 2 that just hatched, and here's the number 3 that's going to be popping out here any moment. Looks like he got tired and had to kind of rest a little bit before he does his last shove. This one over here is wobbling a lot. See if I can get above that glare. Alright, now that I'm going to show it to you, don't want to wobble anymore. Come on, babies. Okay, my battery died and I had to change it, and looks like I might have come back just about the right time, because looks like this one's trying to come out. Probably hears those others chirping and they're right next to it. So number 11, that was one of mine too, from our farm. It's so exciting. I wasn't sure how much luck I'd have with this, if they'd all take or not, but they're doing pretty well. Come on, baby, push. You can do it. Looks like you might be a lighter color. I'd love to have some that's lighter colors. I have one out in the coop. Her name is Sunshine. She's a real light blonde. Come on, baby, you can do it. Come on. Sorry. Let me see if I can hold it up against the thing. She says, quit bothering me. Looks like its eye right there. Some of them pushed it apart with their butt, but I think that might be her head. I'm not sure. Come on, baby. You're so close. Oh, I see legs out. Now that the other one got away from the end, maybe you can get out of there. Go ahead, push yourself out, baby. I know. Come on, push yourself out. There you go. Keep going. Oh, keep going. Where's your head? Oh, it's down underneath your foot. Yeah, that was a lot of work, huh, baby? Okay, you rest for a little bit. Oh, gotta stretch it around. Yep, you gotta stretch around. Are you gonna be a blondie or mostly blondie? Yeah. Oh, you poor thing. Can't. It looks like your umbilical cord's still attached, so we don't want to mess with that. Can you see that, where it's attached to the chicken, to the egg? So we just need to let it rest in her time so she can get it off of there. Hopefully the other two don't rip it out on her. She's so tired. And she's so wet. And this other one next to her is, I can't see if you can see that hole. There it is. It's trying to peck through pretty good now. And then we have some pippin over here. That one. Here, I don't think you can see it at the end of it. Once these three get dried off pretty good, I'll take them and put them back in the brooder, but they're just too weak yet, and I don't want the others picking on them. I like them to be dry first, and none of them are. The other two are starting to, but they're still not dry, so let's let them get mostly dry, and this one needs to get separated. Hopefully she'll be okay, because it looks like it's pretty attached still. Okay, we'll check back here in a few minutes. Well, that poor thing is getting up and about now a little bit, but she's still attached to her eggshell, so that's why I took the other two out, so she wasn't fighting them. This one's got a hole in it pretty good, but I haven't seen it moving, but I haven't been in here. Oh, one out here ready to come out. So that one, quite a bit. about ready. Oh, here it comes. That one's tired too. Huh. Come on, baby, you can do it. Come on, baby. You did a lot of work here in a little bit since I've been out. It's about 10 after 4 p.m. on day 2. And this one was not cracked very much when I went out. So this one's been working hard to get out. Come on, baby. See several more pipped. Oh, your head's out on the other side. I see it now. So you just got it sitting on top of you still. Okay, that's good. You're out. Your head's out, and you just gotta rest because you're so tired, huh, baby? Okay, I'll let you rest, and I'll come back in a bit. Okay, so the last one that came out of the shell on the other side disconnected, but that one is still dragging her shell around. So I hope she's going to be okay. And it looks like we have another one busting out. Over here, almost out. Oh, there she comes. Come on, baby. You almost got her. I know, you're so tired from working so hard, huh? Looks like your head's out. You just gotta get your body out. Oh, excuse me. You're trying to, weren't you, babe? Huh? Yeah, you don't really have a lot of room to move either. Here she comes. She or he. Hopefully she's. Okay, that baby's out. Her rear end's just in the shelf still. But there's not a whole lot of room to move, so I'm going to see if I can... Oh, there she goes. She's tired. Okay, we'll check back in a few minutes. Okay, so we have 3 out, and these 2 right here have holes in them, but they keep bumping them around so you can't see it. So we'll check back in a bit. Okay, last night I left the incubator plugged in all night, and now the last 7, none of them pipped or anything, so I'm assuming that means they were not fertilized. But we did end up with 15 hatched chicks. So I would call that a success. So if you're enjoying this type of video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and share our videos. It's the best way that you can help us to grow our channel. Thank you so much for watching Jimmy Branch Homestead.